What EA dropped, what might be, I'm confident in saying, is the worst Evo in history. Honestly, it was so bad, people thought it was for sure a mistake. Like, no doubt about it. Turns out now I don't think it was, so that was kind of funny. We do have some Evo leaks to talk about. A couple of pretty interesting evolutions, actually, that we will go and look at. We do have one Premier League team of the season leak, and it's not even a leak. I'm not even gonna call it that. So I didn't even want to put it in the title of the video because there was no point in that. And it's funny because the menu grind is kind of what everyone's talking about that's still playing this game, and we talked about that a lot yesterday, and I will kind of update you guys with what I think the best way to do it is. I have been using a Pale Tools template I'll show you, but anyway, thank you all for joining and being here today. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. Appreciate every viewer as always, and I got rank 3 for rewards real quick to open. I was messing around with tactics, so I only ended up getting rank 3. I was trying to actually do better than that. Sometimes I don't really care what I get, and this time I did kind of care, and we'll take a team of the season, I guess, in our 85 plus pick. My Kuma, sure, why not? I don't even remember what that was from, but I was using that Chewinga card, and I really liked her at striker, and we get, okay, that's not great. If there's any League Gun TOTS you guys have used so far that you liked a lot, then let us know in the comments. I want to try that Dumernay card next. I think that's how you say her name, Dumernay. That's the one I'm going to try out next here, and okay, yeah, these picks are horrible. The fodder being so low, that is actually so bad. Okay, we can make up for it with the reds here. Let's see if we can get our first champs rewards of the year, but it had to be. It just had to be Bussy. It couldn't have been anybody else. Kai Kaluchi, okay. Third one is Onumonu, and the last one is Andre Santos. You know, oh man, that's not great. We might have gotten absolutely scuffed on these rewards. If it's Bussy in the first slot again, I swear to God, thank God. Ufren, 93 at least, I guess is something. Wow, are these bad for everybody else? I guess we'll take Karchawi. I mean, that it could be worse, but it's still not great. Okay, well, I mean, red Karchawi is like 100k and Andre Santos is 20k, so all right, I guess that was something. Now we have 2 tradable team of the season player packs and then 1 untradeable 3-player pack. So let's go and open these first, the tradable ones that is, and see what we can get in this. Let's see, center back, Brazil. Is that Marquinhos actually? Please be Marquinhos. Or no, there's one more, isn't there? It's like Alexandro. Oh, it's Alexandro. Alexandro, by the way, terrific left back. Oh, actually, you know, at 30k, wherever the hell he is, you know, that's not bad. As a Juventus fan, you have no idea how much I miss Alexandro. Lichtsteiner, an incredible player. Next up here, left mid, is it Bussy? Oh, is it Bussy? Please, God. Okay, 3 TOTS players. You know, it's really funny. There aren't actually a lot of crazy players that you can get in terms of the expensive ones. This looks like it is going to be, once again, Andre Santos, I'm going to assume here. Yes, it's going to be. Let's see if we can get anything higher than 92 in this. And okay, so this Evo that came out, at first glance, I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, the little things, sure, that kind of sounds cool. Just upgrade shit that sometimes cards are missing out on. I was like, sure. Except the problem is it actually gives your card a +2 overall, and the stat caps are mind-boggling. The stat caps are at 85. No, not 95. They're at 85. So they cap out at reactions, balance, agility, composure at 85, and they give their card a +2 overall. And same with all the other ones here. They also cap everything is at 85. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, never mind. This is kind of ass. And that's at best. Like, you might have a card in here that somewhat can kind of fit and get a boosted stat or 2 that maybe isn't that high of overall, but it still boosts your player +2 to get 85. I mean, that's bad. That's real bad. You can find players that will fit into any Evo that are like somewhat useful, but that one, that's the cup Evo for the week. Like, that's, you know, that's disappointing, I would say. But okay, so I told you guys yesterday I was going to crank through some premium mixed leagues upgrades and see how many coins I was able to make with them and give you guys a template for Pale Tools. And I went and did, I don't know, like 25 to mid 30s, I would say. I went through and did them. And keep in mind, I had a huge stash of common golds already because I had like a full club through grind upgrades. I still right now in my store have like 60 grind upgrades, I think. Oh, sorry, I can't show you because guess who's in my unassigned? Yep, that was my bad. But the only thing I've had to do is just buy Lib and Sud Silvers so far, and that's pretty much it. I've had to buy a couple of League One players over the course of 20 or 30. But I would say it's exactly what we thought yesterday. You're going to make coins off this. Like, you're going to make coins. I did pack a couple of blues untradeable as well, not even considering the tradable ones. So, I mean, it's just fun. If you want to have something to do, like actually grind towards and make coins while doing it, you can do that. Obviously, you can go through all this stuff and just do all the untradeable stuff. 83 14s right now, 82 plus 2 of 5, 83 10s, and premium league gun upgrades came out, right? The 11 premium pack that's always for the league. Like, you can do those right now. There's so many ways to actually do this, and it's pretty self-explanatory because we have so many ways to get common golds right now. The things I wouldn't do are the icon picks, obviously. You guys know this by now, but I'm not doing the icon picks. I wouldn't do the 81 plus 1 of 4 pick unless you already have the crafting upgrade done. I would just focus on the league gun ones because there's so few golds in the league gun that, yes, this might not be how it works, but there's not a lot of golds in these leagues, right? So you have a lot of chance, theoretically, of getting something. I've gotten a lot of pretty good untradeable luck here. I mean, that might not even be how it works, but there is just a lot of stuff to do right now in the menus. And I also do want to say, I just copied Mumbo Elite. So shout out Mumbo Elite. I just straight up copied this guy's Pale Tools League upgrade template. So I'm leaving this link in the description if you want to go watch this video. It allowed me to run through it really, really quickly. I didn't do it for as long as I wanted to. If I did it for 3-4 hours yesterday, I would have cranked through, I don't know, probably 60 to 70 of them, I would say. But yes, it's in the description down below. And okay, so we're going to start with this because it's our one Prem TOTS leak, and it's not even a leak, okay? It's not. Most solids in the team. Can you guys believe that? Don't get your Jimmies into Russell. I mean, we're not even going to really continue with this. At least we now know that probably tomorrow we'll see more Premier League Team of the Season leaks if I had to guess. But okay, let's get on to some evolution leaks now because that's kind of the interesting stuff. We're getting 3 playstyle plus Evos kind of the regular now, I would assume. And right here, Conte can be used in this new TOTS Evo on the way. 3 playstyle plus and incisive plus. So that's the one that I'm assuming FUT Police Leaks had leaked a couple days ago. So N'Golo Conte can be used in there, and 3 playstyle pluses. We don't know what the other ones are yet. It does also say that it's a 0 overall upgrade, being a chain evolution. So maybe it just gives playstyle pluses, because that's kind of interesting that they would give playstyle pluses, but then also not give an overall upgrade. So maybe it's literally just that, right? And he also replies to this guy who left the Patrick Vieira image, and he says, yes, can be used, new role plus plus, which I guess, yeah, also suggests there will at least be a role involved. So surprising that there's no overall upgrade. I wonder if that will change or not, but Vieira does fit apparently as well. And that's our center mid Evo leak that we've got. That's kind of all the news we've got for it. And hold on, I just came across this tweet here, and like, this is one of those things that, you know, let me know what you guys think, right? I'm always curious to know if you guys are kind of agreeing with me or not. But for example, I see this tweet. I never thought I'd say this. It's too easy to pack a 90 plus TOTS. Is that right? Is it too easy? I mean, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Is pack weight just too easy right now? Is that like a take that is out there? I'm all for, I guess, wanting a more rewarding experience and maybe dialing back some things for that. But I think pack weight usually hasn't been one of those things that needs to be dialed back. I just think that when EA see this kind of tweet, it's like, I don't know. We're just playing with fire because it could be worse. Pack weight could be worse. I definitely get wanting a rewarding experience, but you know, we just need to be careful of what do we want. You know, we should probably try and figure that out. But also wanted to bring up this. So Ansu Fati got his upgrade today, and so did Fermin, right? If you guys don't know these fantasy cards, if they win their respective major cup or the league, they'll get a playstyle plus. I thought this was funny. One of the bigger investments of the year, I would say, that I was seeing on Twitter, and maybe that's recency bias, of course, but I was seeing everybody wanting to invest in this Fermin card while he was still pre-99 stat. She now has 99 shooting and 99 dribbling, but they gave him 99 shooting, and they gave him a 3rd playstyle plus. So I was seeing everybody talk about buying this guy and investing in him, but EA went and they gave him power shot plus, which I kind of found funny. I feel like that's EA keeping their ear to the community a bit and being like, hey, we know everybody has this card right now. What if we just dropped in a playstyle plus? That wasn't so meta or, you know, great. And I looked at his price earlier and I saw, and he went from 145 or so before content time during the peak of like, hey, invest now, invest in him. He's going to go way up, down to almost below, well, yeah, below 100,000 coins just a little bit later. Now rebounded back up again, but just funny how you do wonder if EA has an ear to the community when there's big investments like that, because we know they used to, but investing is just not as popular as it used to be. But also wanted to quickly show you a Prem TOTS prediction here of some of the cards you might see. I always like doing this once a week just to see who we could get in here. You know, Mateus Cunha is probably a lock. A lot of these Liverpool players are a lock. Alexander Isak is going to be a crazy card. Chris Wood is in there. Wonder if they make that card nuts. Yeah, if you want to look through here more, you can. I'll kind of quickly move on. It's just a prediction, but thought that would be cool. And you guys know I like to keep an ear to the community, right? Basically every day I try and talk about what everyone else is talking about, because I kind of consider myself a news channel almost at this point, and I really want to keep up to date with what like the average user is talking about, at least as much as I can. And I'm not even going to say the word, because every single day I could talk about it every day literally if we wanted to, because it's like the biggest topic every single day. You put this word in your tweet and it's guaranteed 2k likes, okay? 200k views, 2k likes, doesn't matter. You just put that word in there and it's a guarantee. And I don't know, I have no updates every day. I mean, you're probably tired of talking about it, tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing it. If it's coming, great. If it's not, also, I mean, cool. I don't know. I'm just ready for like us to have an answer to this question. And also I did find the Prem Tots based on the current fan vote. Now keep in mind, we know the fan vote I don't think really accounts for much of like the actual decision making here, but if it does count for something, we do have the official like starting 11 from the fan vote, and I'm happy Chris Wood's in the top 3. That's pretty funny. But I would probably expect all 11 of these guys to make it in, honestly, because it's the Prem Tots. EA want to make the most money they can. The fan vote they will probably look at for this one more than others and just say fuck it, put Cole Palmer in. You know, he hasn't had a great second half of the season, but he's leading the fan vote, so why not put him in there? And the top reply is proof the fan vote should be scrapped. So maybe it is a good idea. The fan voting isn't everything. And the only other Evo leak we've got right now is FUT Agent, who said this was Rafinha and Ashley Cole can be used in another evolution. I'm assuming he's talking about the one that came out today, Chain Evo +2 overall, which by the way, I did just realize that some cards actually don't get an overall boost, so it's not maybe as bad as it could be. But do want to preface that as like, as I looked at my silver cards and I saw that they all were getting +2, I was like, okay, this is fucking terrible. But not all cards get +2, so that's kind of a slight help there. But FUT Agent does say the next Evos are Chain Evos, which I guess does make sense with that new Incisive one, because it doesn't give an overall upgrade, but it gives Incisive Plus. So maybe we will see some Playstyle Plus Evos here coming up shortly. That's kind of my only guess there, and thought this was funny as well. James Rodriguez is the 4th most expensive gold player on FC25 in 2025. And looking at the gold card prices, it is pretty funny that we have one card right now above 100,000 coins, and I know that this is the norm now. This isn't something that's like mind-blowing. It's just funny thinking about if you told somebody this in FIFA 16 or 17, that one gold card, I mean, this has been a thing now probably for like a couple of weeks since Vinny hasn't fit in an Evo, that basically the beginning of April, there's no more gold cards. And really, realistically, gold Mbappe is always kind of usable, but you maybe argue the last month or two, like he's not going to be in anybody's team out there. So you kind of could say, if you want to like really stretch it out, late February, no more gold cards, like anywhere, which is pretty crazy. But okay, let's talk about these League One Team of the Season players and what their prices are probably going to do. So what usually tends to happen is, you know, we're at a time right now where Weekend League lasts until Tuesday, so the rewards are kind of spread out more than they used to be. But if you go and look at Rivals rewards, they're only really getting better. So honestly, what I would say is it's probably going to be pretty easy to buy Team of the Season cards, and it's going to be after Rivals rewards per week. Now, obviously, we have a slightly different league structure, so usually Community Tots is whatever the first week is, either live or community. They don't tend to be quite as good, but League One Team of the Season, my guess is, you know, Barcola, Dembele, João Neves, these guys will probably continue to be great Team of the Season players for a long time. So actually, they'll probably have a more positive outlook long term than like the first regular batch of Tots do. Now, this is the one week I would say I actually am the least optimistic on buying Team of the Season cards, because what tends to happen is you end up every single week, people go on to the new shiny toy, right? And right now, there's only, let's say, about 25 Team of the Season cards that people want to use in their teams. And the next week, that becomes 50 probably, I would say. The market just will drop on all ends of the spectrum, whether it be the expensive ones or even the more mid-range ones like Vitinha, Nuno Mendes. It's going to just drop on all of them because we're going to get a more selection of players. So the first week of Team of the Season, yes, it is better than what we used to have, and the crash might not be as bad because of that, because it used to be just like you stay away from the first batch. But I still would say you're not going to probably be looking at a massive rise out of packs. I just don't think you're going to see that. I'm not really going to buy any myself strictly for investment reasons. I don't like it enough to. I'll probably buy Prem Tots out of packs. I think that'll be a much better investment. I just don't think the first League One Team of the Season is probably going to do that well to me. Now, what I think will do well, of course, is fodder. I'm probably going to talk about this every single day until something changes. It actually went up from yesterday, but I mean, I don't know how this doesn't continue to rise. I don't see it. Unless we just get 0 SBCs for the next like 5-6 days and Prem Tots comes and we still get underwhelming SBCs, which I don't think is even possible. There's no way this stuff doesn't go up. I don't know how. We live in a society where you know, 91s are 15k, 89s are 9k, and 94s are less than 30. I don't think that's possible to hold up. But okay, let's read your comments comments now. We've got thanks for another day of great content, Mr. Headroom. Yeah, Max Headroom this, John Arnorisa that. Okay, get your jokes in. Now, I was seeing a lot of comments too, like this Claude comment here, where they're talking like the only problem with this method is that you are going to get SBC banned at some point, and you're not wrong. I mean, that is undoubtedly the case, and I hate that that's a thing. It could last for anywhere from an hour to 24 hours. There was a time during the 82 by 20s, I thought I opened my last 82 by 20 because I was SBC banned for like 5 hours. And I said this yesterday too, but I don't really know why that exists. If there's like a really good reason for that, other than just like bots are gonna farm shit, like that's gonna happen anyway, is that not? And how could they not differentiate a point where it's feasible for a human to do something and not a bot? Now, it's actually funny because we're literally using a Pale Tools bot to craft our SBCs, but people who don't use that stuff still get SBC banned. So, you know, you always wonder why that happens. And Anubis here with a nice comment. He basically says that people freaked out about the Jude and Itana free cards when they came out, saying the power curve is going crazy. Free cards are this good. Same thing with the Zidane. Same thing with the Maradona. And he says here, just point is, we have no idea how something will impact the gamer market. Having so many good card options and Evo options doesn't mean something bad in the grand scheme of things. What it does mean is passion players can reach an ideal passion squad sooner than previous years, which is a good thing. And I think the more that we kind of talk about this stuff, the more I kind of feel like they're, you know, EA's direction they're going in is very much a kind of slower power curve at the start of the year, because they don't mind the market being high for a short period of time at the start of the game, because then in that case, you always want to buy FC points to build up to the Mbappe, right? You know, 2 million plus coins for the Mbappe day one. Vinny was 1.5 or whatever he was. I think EA liked the expensive market, slower power curve for the first about month, maybe a little bit longer than that, but I'd say about a month. And then kind of another level of moving the power curve until about team of the year time, and after that it's just balls to the wall. Fuck it, we just want to make shit insane, because that way it probably makes you feel like you need to spend FC points more because your team's kind of going behind the power curve quicker. That's my guess as to why they do this stuff, and I think that's what they're going to do next year. I think we're going to see the same thing next year. I don't think they're going to change anything in terms of how quickly things move. I think the start of this year we said, oh, they learned from last year. Remember the first couple months, the narrative kind of until about November time was like, oh, the power curve's actually going a bit slower this year, and people kind of some people liked that. But also, guess what they might correlate that with? The numbers were lower during that time too. The power curve was moving lower. Numbers go up later when the power curve is moving quicker. Of course, correlation does not equal causation at all, but EA might see that and go, is that one of the reasons? Maybe. And then they make the power curve quicker next year. I think regardless of whether that's true or not, I think the power curve will stay about the same that we saw this year. I think it's going to be slower a little bit at the start, and then we're going to go balls to the wall again starting about January. It's hard for them to go back now on crazy stuff and promos every week and things moving really quickly with evolutions, and that's kind of a huge thing now with Evos. I think maybe there's a chance you could say it doesn't move as quickly because they have it more planned out now that evolutions are as popular as they are. This year, that kind of began the whole EA realizing Evos are really one of the most important things in this game. So maybe because they can plan a little bit better, you'd argue maybe that the power curve doesn't move as quickly, but I think it's going to. And Faku Torres, does anyone else have the screen go all black in squad battles? This has been a thing that's happening over the last couple days. There's been some weird black screen stuff going on. I think it might be since the last update, I want to say. I know there was literally like an outage today in certain countries, but I know that that's probably not what he's talking about. I do know though there has been a glitch in champs, squad battles, rivals, any game mode that like the screen goes black at the start of a game and you can't join it. It might DC you, it might freeze you. That has been a thing that's going on, so you're not alone in that. I wanted to shout that out quickly, but yeah, hey, I think that's it, and I love you all. Thanks so much for being here. I also so much. I love you so much.